Hello there and good afternoon. I've just read a series of articles this morning from legal, military, civil service and international relations experts about where our Prime Minister Theresa May is now heading, and it made my blood run cold. It looks like we now have a fully rogue Prime Minister who is no longer bothered with the niceties of the tried and trusted UK Constitution. In fact, as one of the authors of those articles puts it, Theresa May has moved beyond dishonesty to despotism. And one of the most contentious issues emerging right now is that as far as she is concerned, the letter sent to the EU Council last week by Sir Tim Barrow, the UK permanent rep in the EU, to agree to accept the offer of an Article 50 extension was enough to make it binding in international law. This means that as far as the PM is concerned, even if a statutory instrument is laid before both houses and voted down, there is no need to alter the exit date in the Withdrawal Act because she thinks we'll still be in the European Union. Writing in the Telegraph, leading constitutional lawyer Martin Howe QC writes, "But the government is claiming that because of Sir Tim's letter, the extension has already happened. Nothing Parliament can say or do can stop it. All that will happen if the statutory instrument is voted down, says the government, is that the UK's internal law will not be changed to match the new exit date which has been internationally agreed." Now, this is extremely dangerous constitutional territory. If that were true, what that means is that the law in the UK could be at serious odds with what we have agreed internationally. What is business meant to do, for example, with regard to taxes and imports and exports, etc., etc., etc.? And what's next? An Article 50 revocation letter from Sir Tim Barrow? Or maybe a letter saying that we've just ratified the withdrawal agreement, maybe? How can any of this be right? And this is why there are controls, or there are meant to be controls, over the international use of the royal prerogative by ministers to stop them doing such things that try to override parliamentary sovereignty. Surely she's acting ultra vires. As I've said before, Theresa May seems to be on a one-target mission of imposing her deal on the UK, whatever the cost to our country, its constitution, her own party, and anything else come to that. In fact, she's on course to destroying the country, if we don't all buckle down to her deal, which would be just as bad anyway. But what's worse is that we have a whole group of Tory politicians fully backing her. All I conclude is that every single one of those Tory MPs still on the government payroll today is part of this outrageous plot against the people, either through design, ignorance or stupidity. And the most culpable are those that still sit around the cabinet table with her. One of the writers claims that there are reams of no-deal legislation just sat in number 10 going nowhere, and that extending Article 50 would lead to tax changes from that envisaged by Brexit statute already passed. Therefore, to extend Article 50 would need a statute. As the author points out, that is why budgets go through as bills into law. And where's Her Majesty's loyal opposition in all of this? They just play minor political games and never ask the really important questions. Now, I've left links to the articles in the descriptions box below, but I advise you to sit down and take several deep breaths prior to reading them. But, just to let you know, there is a rumour circulating Facebook from what @mybrexit calls a reliable source that we are actually going out on WTO terms this coming Friday. Well, we all live in hope, don't we? Anyway, what do you think? Please leave a comment below and thank you for watching.